Thank you, Poonam. Welcome to Simply South. This is the show that gets you all the major stories of the day from across the 5 southern states. Let's begin with Karnataka. In a piece of breaking news that's coming in from the state, the Karnataka Transparency in Public Procurement Amendment Bill 2005 has been tabled in the Karnataka Assembly. This is a bill that aims to grant 4% reservation for minorities under the Category 2B in contract works up to 2 crore rupees, which was recently cleared by the Cabinet. Remember, this was one of the major announcements by Siddaramaiah in the budget presented in the ongoing session, and quickly moving in, the Cabinet had cleared it, and now the bill has been tabled in the Assembly. Joining us right now, CNN News 18, Sudat Bharadwaj. Sudat, the government moving in very quickly. First, it was announced in the budget, then we saw the Cabinet clear it, and now the government has already tabled it in the Assembly right now.
Yes, it has caused quite a bit of flutter amongst the opposition as well. Every time this issue has actually been raked up in Karnataka, the opposition has clearly mentioned that this was appeasement politics in play and that it would oppose the bill at any cost when it was going to be tabled. But when discussions start, we can expect nothing short of chaos in the assembly and in the council whenever it will actually be tabled. Because while the BJP continues to maintain that this 4% reservation is unconstitutional and that it is purely there for the Muslim community, the Congress continues to defend, saying that the 4% reservation that is there under category 2B for civil contract works up to 2 crores is there for all minorities and just does not include Muslims alone. And they continue to say that when SCs, STs, and OBCs continue to have this kind of reservation, why there should be no reservation in place for minority communities who are socially disempowered as well. So they continue to defend this move. But whenever discussions actually start in this regard, after the bill has been tabled right now, we can definitely expect nothing short of ruckus in the entire opposition, given that the matter has also gone to the national level with Bengaluru South MP Tejasvi Surya too saying that this was truly unconstitutional and that the government and the BJP would even look to approach the court in this regard to go against this entire reservation.
Absolutely. So that with the BJP saying that they intend to go to the court, perhaps the government would be mindful on how this entire amendment is worded and getting it cleared as soon as possible and then sending it to the governor.
Yes, they will look to clear it as soon as possible while it is tabled. Whether we'll see another walkout, that is something we have to see, because other contentious bills like the Greater Bengaluru Governance Bill were cleared in both houses after the opposition staged a walkout. What we will actually see in the assembly, that is something we have to see, whether the government can actually manage to pass both the bill in both the houses and then send it to the governor. They will look to speeden up the process as much as possible, but it is not going to be that much easy is what we can say. We can only expect more protests in the entire assembly, with the BJP expected to vehemently oppose this bill on the same lines, on the same allegations that have leveled so far, but how it is appeasement politics in play here. So we have to see when the discussions actually start in this regard, but this is definitely one of the most contentious bills that are going to be passed or that has already been passed in the assembly so far.
Also, so that important to highlight here that the BJP just before going out of power in 2023 under the Basuraj Bommai government had scrapped reservation under category 2B. That still is in the Supreme Court, although the government has assured that they would maintain a status quo. Likely that this would end up in some sort of a legal tangle, considering the BJP stance and considering that it's already in the Supreme Court. In fact, Sudat, we'll come back to you. Joining us right now, BJP spokesperson Mr. Ashok Gowda. Mr. Gowda, already we have seen the BJP expressing its intent to go to the court if this becomes a reality, and the government not really moving back. We've seen the government moving very swiftly on this. In fact, within the beginning and till now of this budget session, we have seen this being mentioned in the budget, cleared by the cabinet, and today tabled in the assembly.
Yes, absolutely. See, this is unconstitutional. We have already spoken several times on this, including the House leaders have also spoken on this. What it says is, according to the Constitution of India drafted by Baba Sahab, it was very clear that there is no religion-based reservation in whatsoever manner, whether it was for education, whether it was for jobs, or whether it is for any contracts or any other things. Unfortunately, in Andhra Pradesh and West Bengal and in Karnataka, this was implemented, and Andhra Pradesh, it was very clear that this will not be allowed. Supreme Court struck it down and clearly said this is unconstitutional and illegal. Same thing was done in West Bengal also. But in Karnataka, first Devaraj Arasu added few of the sub-communities of Islamic followers into Category 1A and Category 2A. And consequently, Veerap Moily government added the entire Sunni, Shia, Ahmadis, Muslims into this group of 2B and said that there is a reservation which is required for the entire Muslims. And Hanifi Muslims of Sunnis are no less than the most powerful group of the lot in the entire world, or even in Karnataka, or even in Bangalore. So this kind of a people getting reservation is absolutely unconstitutional and illegal as well. And if the government does not understand the words of the opposition and the people's voice, we are going to challenge it in the judiciary system, and definitely we are for sure assured that we will win the case by all standard means.
Okay, there you go. The BJP reiterating that they will go to the judiciary and challenge this entire bill in the court if the government doesn't budge. We'll have to see how this plays out in the coming few months.